I have my coffee, I'm dressed, I need to lint roll my pants. You know when you've had like a very tiring day at school or work, like you've just had one of them training days, or you've had to just read too many things at once? That is how I feel. I haven't even had any training videos to watch today. I'm trusting that I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm not gonna try and psych myself out of this. I learned a lot of terminology today, so I'm just gonna try and let my brain soak all of that up. I got this book too, so I'm very happy. This is the last book that I ordered from Rachel Harrison. Story time about how I found out about this author was I was in a bookshop slash coffee shop slash bar. It's like a fusion basically. I was looking at books, and one of the ladies that was just shopping around, she heard me talk about a book. She recommended this one, which is So Thirsty. Oh my god. I'm a book lover, but I've been in such a slump for so many years. I promise you that is the book that brought me back. So let that speak for itself. So I literally bought all of her other books while I was away, them delivered to my house. Thank you very much. This week my plans are to read more, of course. Like having this book come in, I feel like it's confirmation enough that it's time to sit down and be present with myself, read. I want to continue studying for my exams, so I'm not gonna mess around. How is the time? Okay, wait, I just forgot that this is Florida time. Don't want to procrastinate too much now. I want to get into comfy clothes, light a candle because I kind of missed that. Okay, in a nutshell, right? Read more, pack more stuff for work, bringing this to work because my eyes were strained from the screen, so these are blue light glasses. I want to continue stretching, and I do want to continue studying for my exam. So it's a lot to pack in, especially that I've just started a new job and there's a lot to learn and a lot to grasp.
We'll share now how to do this and do it this way. Okay. Also easier if you will hold yourself with the wall. 9, 10, and let's hold it up. 1, 2. Good job. One more. We will take this elastic. Pillow, for example. What?
Good morning, guys. So I may or may not have absolutely crashed after stretching. I was so tired, I think, and I didn't want to do anything else because it would just be straining. That may sound like an excuse, but also we're all about self-care over here. So you know what, as much as I'm trying to be consistent studying for this exam and reading, this is not going to go away. Still have time, so I'm going to be a little bit more proactive today at work. I'm going to bring some lip balm. I'm going to bring like a giant tub of Vaseline. I'm going to bring my blue light glasses. I'm going to have a little apple. I'm currently eating coffee. I'm definitely not used to the early wake-ups. That is one thing I'll say for certain. I'm excited for a new day. I'm going to be shadowing one of my co-workers again, and my manager is away, so no training, I don't think, but I'm going to ask about it. I still want to train and do all the little videos while he's away. I need to get ready. I didn't pack any clothes for the next day. I didn't think about that, so let's go. Okay, one of the things I really need to do when I get back is tidy, because my room's in shambles again, shocker. But I'm wearing this today. My pants are from Garage. My shirt is Walmart, believe it or not, and I'm gonna wear this hoodie from Uniqlo and then pair it with this flannel because the office can get cold, that I thrifted. I'm pretty sure it was originally like a men's flannel, but it's from MEC, I don't know. Also, I'm gonna try to go to the bank today and get some money withdrawn because I really want this car still. So we'll see if we get in a Honda Civic. So I sacrificed maybe 10 minutes of my time, and it feels so daunting to clean, especially when you've had such a long day. You just want to like crash in your bed, but just fighting through this feeling and just getting it done is doing wonders for my mental state right now. Speaking of trash, no, just kidding. I need to get a trash can for my room. It's not a necessity, however, I don't love the idea of a bag just like laying around, so if you guys know any good trash can, let me know. I've got my little cinnamon candle burning. Am I going to be so obnoxious and tell you which scent it is every single time? Yes, I am, because this is a segment in and of itself. I'm looking at that, but it's all the way over there. It's a segment in and of itself, okay? We're gonna see which candle runs out first. Shocker. But my mom has cooked food. I'm gonna eat at my desk, which I kind of don't want to sit down anymore. Like, I've been sat all day long, but we have studying to do, and I'm adamant on getting a chapter. Actually, what is the objective for today? Wrong side. Objective today is to read chapter 7 and make some flashcards. So that is exactly what we're gonna do today. Hey, we're gonna do that. So I want to eat them. So first of all, let's change into comfy clothes, then we're gonna eat dinner. Super quick because I need to wash my hair today, and I just realized, well, it's not like I can wash my hair in the evening because I can only wash once. So I'm gonna have to speed run washing my hair, and I'm gonna make sure both of my parents are awake before I start running the hairdryer. But yeah, it's only a little stressful just because there's a lot for my parents to do and I'm kind of stressed for them. But also, it's literally just day 3 at work, which is not a bad thing at all. But that doesn't mean I know everything, and I'm okay with admitting that. Okay, let's go. Bye! I'm gonna try to be a little monochromatic with the outfit. So I'm gonna wear the same pants that I wore yesterday because there's nothing wrong with them. And this pairing you may recognize from 2 nights ago when I was stretching. This shirt is my boyfriend's originally, and then this is something that I thrifted, but it's originally from Abercrombie & Fitch. So that's the outfit. I need to go grab some coffee, pack my lunch for work, drink my coffee, get dressed, dry my hair. Quick little video while I'm on my work break, okay? Stamp. I keep getting the ink all over my thumb, and then I have yogurt on my thumb. But my parents got the car. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I have no words. Oh my god. Hello. So I still have about 4 days that I'm gonna vlog out of this week, so I'm not gonna make it too repetitive because it's just gonna be the same thing over and over again. And for some people that may be fine, but I just don't want to bore you guys as viewers. I want to keep it a little switched up every day, something new. So of course the new in question is I got a car today. My parents bought it on my behalf. They did put it under their insurance, which, no, sorry, I think that, yeah, they did. So technically they own the car, but it's mine because once I get settled into my new job, it's gonna get changed over to my name. So it's really not a big deal. But I drove my car home today. Oh my god, it was a little scary because the last time I drove was in August, so it's been some time, and I don't know, I feel like it's very easy to lose your confidence if you're not constantly doing the same thing over and over again. It's like your brain starts to forget certain things, you just lose that confidence essentially. So now that I have my own car, I'm really happy. But I'm not gonna rush out of my car into like this right of freedom just yet. I need to gain my confidence back, because the last thing I want is to not be confident enough and then go drive by myself and then something bad happens. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed to happen, and eventually I have to break this confidence. I have to drive by myself at one point. And I think the soonest I'll do that is this weekend, but we'll see how the weather is. The weather is honestly one of the biggest factors, because there's ice on the ground, it's very slippery, and I do have winter tires, which is just amazing. But you know, I've only driven this car once, so these things take time. The whole purpose of me getting this car was so I could go out and drive. So in the same breath, we will figure it out. I'm adamant to build my confidence up again and just learn enough and relearn certain things, so that when I go out by myself for the first time in this car, let's say the worst case scenario were to happen, I would be okay. So that's kind of what we're planning right now. I don't want to get too carried away and start looking for stuff to buy for my car, because even though like decorating the inside of your car and getting all of these cool things is so fun, it's yours, you know, like this car is mine. It's not something I'm gonna do just yet. I want to learn the type of car that I got, which if you guys are curious, it is a 2011 Honda Civic. I got it for a very good price. I'm just happy because I finally did it. I finally got a car. So, like I said in my last vlog, if you watched that, if you didn't, go ahead. But I said, if I get a car this week, 2026 is not real, because it's been 1 month and it feels like I've achieved the two things that I wanted that normally would take like a year in my life, you know, like getting a job and getting a car. It just happened like this, which made all of the waiting and like periods of hopelessness so worth it. So I just want to say this, like, if you're in a period of time right now where things aren't aligning for you, I know it sucks, but do not give up, because I chose not to give up for those 2 years and things finally fell into place. So just trust that. But I'm gonna end today here because it's been a long day. Trust me. I will see you guys tomorrow for another work day. I may take the car tomorrow to work. I may not. Ultimately, my stepdad wants to take a look at it to see what else what else needs work on it, because I got a Beta vehicle, you know what I mean? I love her so much. I love my Beta vehicle, even though I just got her, you know, love at first sight. But she still needs work. She has an old radio, which I'm not bothered by right now, because as I'm trying to regain my confidence, you know, haven't driven for 5 months, don't really care about music. I just want to get from A to B safely. A couple other little things that need tweaking, but it's drivable, and that is exactly what matters the most. So yeah, guys, have a good night, or whenever you're watching this, have a good morning, afternoon, night. I'll see you for Thursday. I'm so tired, really tired. I do what I need to get done. Okay, I've eaten, stretched today. I'm gonna do 2 videos of stretching. If that's all I can do today, that's all I can do today. I got to read at work, which is amazing. Even like, I think I did maybe 10 minutes of reading in total today, which is not bad. You guys may think I'm slightly insane, but I've actually been using a random number generator to pick which candle I'm gonna use, and it keeps getting the same freaking ones. Like, I feel like these are like my 3 that it keeps recommending. So we've got a wreath, which has popped up a few times already. We have toasted cinnamon, which is nearly done. And we have frosted eucalyptus. So those three are like head to head against each other. But tonight we are lighting frosted eucalyptus and we're stretching. I didn't stretch yesterday, so we're gonna do 2 videos, and luckily they're not too long. No lounging around. I want to, but I want to feel better, so I'm gonna get myself out of this slump.
3, 4, 6, 7.
Morning. So it's Friday and my hair looks crazy, but this is truly the day that feels like I don't want to be consistent. I'm really tired. So as we vlog, as you guys watch my vlogs and they progress throughout the weeks coming, you will see that it is going to be in my best interest to stay consistent and admit when I'm, you know, failing or I'm not doing my best, because I don't want to sell you a dream that doesn't come with a little bit of reality on the side of it too. I know that I don't know what I'm going to be walking into today at work. I know that I'm not going to be getting as much probably in-person help because the staff that I normally relied on for this first few days won't be here. But no matter what happens today, I get to go home. At the end of today, I get to decompress, which is what I'm relying on. And I'm also trying to stay positive about other things in my life, because this is technically something that's not considered ideal. The thing that makes my job a little tricky right now, of course, with the added factor of no staff to help me in person as much, is I haven't completed my training, all of it. You know, there's so much to train. And then I don't have access to all of the systems that I need to do my job, because with certain ones you need a complete training to get access. So I'm a little stressed. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a little stressed, but deep breaths. We got this. First thing I got was this folder clipboard type of deal so that I can put all my files in here for work. I want to keep all of these safe because eventually when my job ends, I can use it as experience when I think about, basically my job is full-time, but it's a temporary position. So once my project is done, I can move on to something else. So I got all of these acrylic paint tubes because I'm just at the point where I can't be bothered to go and find like the individual big ones, and I don't have that many big individual tubes, so I just got this whole thing here, and I hope these are good. These were $4.75, so I don't expect amazing quality. However, I do have that paint by number that I've literally been doing for way too long, because when I got it off of Amazon, I didn't read the reviews, and so many people said, oh, the paint came dried, and I should have read the reviews. But anyways, I love the painting, so I'm gonna commit to finishing it. I got this mount for my car so that I can go wherever I want and just have my phone be stable. With this being said, I don't know if it's gonna fit the vent because every vent is different, so we'll see if it fits. If it doesn't, I have my receipt and I'm probably just gonna exchange it for something else. So I also got these acrylic paint markers. When I was in Florida, I went crazy. Like, I got very carried away with buying stuff and I almost bought markers from Hobby Lobby, and of course I'm not expecting fantastic quality from these either, but I'm kind of tired of coloring with coloring pencils. I want something markery. I got power steering fluid. Not much to say about that, it is what it is. I got this car freshener because I wanted to get like a little cutesy girly one, but I don't know if I like the smell of them, because some of them you can't even smell until you put it in the car. Black ice is a safe option. Always has been and always will be so. Scissors for my office. And then I got paintbrushes. Oh, last thing. Okay, this is kind of crazy, but I'm a klutz and I cut myself by accident so many times, and it's like the smallest stuff, paper cuts, you know what I mean? Or even like, I don't even know. I injure myself in my sleep, I promise. and my clothes get stained as a result. So this is good at getting stains out. Hydrogen peroxide. Hello everyone, so just based off of that last clip, I'm not going anywhere in my car today. The visibility is low, so it's foggy on the road, and it may snow and be windy at the same time. It's just not the conditions you want to drive in, and this is paint from yesterday. But ultimately, you know, sometimes you're not going to have a choice with driving. You really just need to brave whatever comes your way, especially that, you know, road conditions are subject to change while you're on the road. But what's most important is playing it safe. And if you have a choice, let's say you're at home and you need to go somewhere and the weather is that bad that you just shouldn't go, don't go. It's that simple. So that's kind of what we're doing today. Even my parents, who are experienced drivers, are not going out today. So that should say a lot. So on the weekends, I don't like to have too strict of a plan because my week is all about grinding and motivation and just trying to stay on top of my goals. But I like to loosely have stuff on my mind so that if I'm, you know, bored, I'm sat around, I'm like, oh, you know, part of the weekend is laying in. Like I woke up at 8 originally this morning, and then I slept until 10:30ish. So I gave myself what I needed rest-wise, but now that I'm up and awake, I definitely want to get my stuff done, and I want to have the energy to do my things that I enjoy. So we're probably going to stretch for 40 minutes so we can go into next week with that goal already one day kind of accomplished. And it's not necessarily having to be 40 minutes of stretching for me. I just want 40 minutes of any kind of movement. I want to just be able to stick to that time frame at the very minimum. Like if I do 45 minutes, it's not a bad thing at all. It's just at the minimum, we're going to try to do that. Some days I will likely be tired and not want to stretch at all, but it's showing up for yourself as much as possible that matters. Even if I do 20 minutes, I've still given myself that day where I did that habit. So we'll see where it goes, you know, but we're aiming for 40 minutes a week of movement, no matter what it is. This has been so helpful. She got like a rear view mirror extender, which I didn't even know was a thing. So I really want to get that like next paycheck. But basically, I spent about $200 on stuff for my car that needs maintaining. So it's gonna be a next paycheck thing for sure.
And again, up. Hold it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, by our stomach like this.
Hello, so it's currently 7:15. It is nearing the end of the day. I have a couple of plans that I want to just verbally express, not necessarily show, because again, it's getting to that time where I'm editing everything and I want to have it up by Sunday, at the latest Monday. So tonight I need to, like I said, edit this video, make a thumbnail. I'm gonna fold my laundry to the best of my ability. I need to have a shower and shave, because basically what I do is on Saturdays I shower and I do all my like hair care stuff, and then on Sundays I just like to exfoliate and, you know, just so I'm going into the new week fresh, ready to seize whatever comes my way. And then I want to read. I'm gonna read The Maidens. I have it somewhere on my bed. Actually, no, I have it on my desk right there. So I want to read The Maidens, maybe paint, do some more of my painting, and yeah, just stay busy, listen to music, and enjoy the alone time, because, you know, it's a bad thing to be alone, but it's also a good thing to be alone, you know? Like, I heard this quote somewhere: the good thing is you really only have yourself, and the bad thing is you really only have yourself. So you can take that however you want, but ultimately next week's goals are continuing to build that relationship with myself and pour more into my own heart, protect my own heart. I found out the date that I'm maybe taking my test for my citizenship. I believe it's the beginning of August. So we're gonna do a little countdown, assuming that it's the correct date. If not, I'll just have to start it all over again. So there's that. We're definitely gonna press on a little bit more, try and study more, because it's difficult for sure. Like, I get home at 5 p.m. and I have other stuff to do immediately, but we're gonna try this week. We're gonna continue stretching. We're gonna aim for that 40 minutes each time, just to keep the fitness going. I may even go on walks next week. We shall see how it goes. I currently don't have any other goals that spring into mind other than just to take care of myself, and I extend that same intention for you guys as well. I hope next week you find things that feel good for you and continue to enrich yourself as a person and make you grow into who you want to be. And remember, take reign of your own life.